and a very warm welcome to a day in the life of a CXO, the show that takes you behind the scenes to explore the extraordinary lives of top executives and visionaries. I'm your host Divina Lasson, and today we have an exclusive opportunity to shadow a true visionary who has made waves not only by heading IT but HR as well at Maruti Suzuki India. Join me on an inspiring day in the life of Rajesh Uppal, NEB, HR, IT, Safety and DE at Maruti Suzuki India Limited. Buckle up as we embark on a journey through a day in the life of Mr. Uppal, a visionary at the helm of one of India's automotive giants. From boardroom strategies to employee well-being, and from cutting-edge technology implementations to truly fostering a culture of innovation. Witness firsthand the challenges and the triumphs that shape the career of a CXO. So join us as we unveil the intricate tapestry of responsibilities, decisions and inspirations that define a day in Rajesh Uppal's life. Get ready to be inspired, motivated and enlightened as we present to you an exclusive glimpse into the life of a leader who is steering the wheels of change in the corporate world.
Good morning.
Hi, so nice to see you. Thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I've just caught you in the middle of your morning routine.
Yes, Devina, I'm very early riser.
Yes.
And the first thing I do is hit my gym and start workout in the morning.
Wow, that's really inspiring. It's hard actually for professionals like yourself to have this routine every day.
But that's my routine for so many years now. Devina, why don't I take you around to my gym room?
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you. So, Uppal-san, as you said, you're very used to waking up early and you're used to having this wellness routine. So, over the years, what would you say wellness and health means to you?
Wellness is very critical and something which is important, and I guess COVID has taught a lesson to everyone that this has to be your first priority in your life.
Yes.
And that's something which is very, very important. And also, I guess you start with a very positive note when you do the morning exercise and you are fit to go. I think that's a very positivity which comes during the day for you. For me, that's very critical.
Absolutely. What is your personal wellness routine like? What are your sort of go-to daily workouts?
So morning I do gymming, sometimes I go for walk, sometimes I go for yoga. I have an instructor who come online and help me do yoga in the morning. And followed by a second important thing for me is very, very strict diet routine for me. So that you had to, I personally feel both exercise and the diet together is something program you need to build for the wellness for that.
How do you have the motivation to ensure day in and day out that you're keeping up with your routine and not let yourself slack off?
Devina, I feel it's all about your priorities in life. Now, if wellness is priority of your life for thinking, I think you'll find time for that in your routine. Even if I travel a lot, but even you get to do it in your hotels, in your all the places where you go, there's some facility available. If not, you can go out for a walk.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Priorities. Yeah.
Priority is critical, I guess.
And the impact of kind of physical wellness on your wellness in the workplace, how would you say you see that coming through?
Yes, as part of my HR routine, I think I have been focusing hard on wellness as a mean for our employees.
Wow.
And we're doing multiple initiatives to ensure that the wellness become priority of life for everyone.
That's fantastic.
Things like, we do a marathon for the employees, we run a competition on employee. every week there is some sports competition among the employees. So we're trying to cover as many employees in the company to ensure that the focus is on wellness for them. Right?
Wow. And that obviously comes from your personal ethos and your
Absolutely.
personal affinity to keeping wellness at the forefront.
Absolutely.
Wow,
Absolutely.
that's fantastic, Uppal-san.
Why don't you join me for my wrap up of the
Please, that would
exercise?
be great. Yes, thank
Come,
you.
come.
Thank you.
That's done. Devina, why don't you join me for the breakfast today?
That would be lovely, Uppal-san. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi Devina, so nice to see you again.
Hi, Uppal-san. Nice to see you too. Thank you for having me, really.
Join me for the breakfast.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Come. Devina, meet my wife Savita.
Hi, so nice to meet you. Thank you for having me this morning. Thank you.
Please.
You know, Uppal-san, it's always so interesting to sit with leaders like yourself at home with the family and really see the man behind the boardroom, the man out of the boardroom. And I'm always curious how to manage to keep a balance between your personal life, family life, and professional life, given all the responsibilities you have on your shoulders.
It's tough to do, but I think if you set your priorities right, it's important that you need to manage that. Critical is that I keep analyzing my time spent during the day and difference between quality of time and quantity of time.
Yes.
You know, where do you find need to do a quality work, quality of time spent, and which really creates your priorities right, and then you go ahead and start working on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Priorities seem to be a big part of how you function, how you plan your day, how you process everything.
And also, luckily, I have a very nice team with me, and who's really helpful for me, where I delegate the work to them and all, and they all do that and all. Maybe credit come to me after that.
Yes, absolutely. Mrs. Uppal, if I can ask you, as the partner of someone also who is so ingrained and so engrossed in the success of a company, how do you manage to keep the balance in your family life? What is it like for you?
They're busy with the office, and I'm busy with my family.
Yes, that's a good answer. And Uppal-san, you've mentioned that an important part of your day, of course, is unwinding. So how would you say you unwind? What are your top ways to just kind of leave the workday behind?
I'm really fond of reading, so I try to read a lot in the evenings. So before going to bed, I make sure that for half an hour at least I read and be relevant. Second, I think I'm fond of traveling, so make sure that you see new places all around and all. And third, I'm a big foodie.
Really?
So any place in NCR, good place to eat, I would have visited that.
Wow. What's the latest book you've been reading?
So I'm really interested in three kind of books I read, frankly. One is that technology is part of my job, so I have to read technology every day, and which is something never ending because the things are changing so fast. Secondly, management is a very favorite subject. So I read all the typical, management book which is in the market. I grab that and all and try to do that. And third is the health and the wellness.
Yes, fantastic. Maybe we can have a look before we leave.
Sure.
How do you stay ahead of the curve? How do you stay informed of the latest trends, the technology that you absolutely cannot ignore. And now I'm getting a sense if these are all the books that you've actually read.
Not only that, I think I have a big network of good friends in the industry, coming from technology area, coming from the business area around and all. And also I attend lots and lots of seminars to really, and I address that also, and also listen over there and all to keep me updated regularly.
Fantastic. I'm really excited to see what the workplace is like for you now after hearing all this.
Let's go to our office.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Uppal-san, now we're on the way to your office and we're about to see what a day in your work life looks like as well. And as we enter into this part, I would love to understand from you, what is sort of the biggest driver for you? What really motivates you every day?
From very beginning, I think my thought always has to be, how do I drive a difference, a positive difference to organization, to the society at large. And with that in mind, I think what motivates me is that, can I drive that change in the company or not? And with that driving, the important for me is to see the results, and that results motivate me to do much more than that. It is very, very important for me and all.
What would you say, kind of gathering all this experience that you've had, what would you say today is your definition of success? What does success mean to you?
I think success for me is, are you able to drive change in the company or not? And I'm a very firm believer, in any organization or even your career, there's nothing like status quo. If you don't improve, you will come down.
Yes.
So how do you make sure that you're continuously improving? And very interestingly, in my area of work, which is a technology, the innovations are very short-lived. You do something now, somebody will copy that and all and bring it to up level. And sometimes my people have gone and left and helped them to do that actually. So your ability to build that culture where you continuously increase the bar, you're making people to follow, I think is the whole way I feel that we should be working on, and that's the way a success would be, frankly, that you're continuously raising the bar, both from able of your capability and also from point of view of the business results you're giving. Devin, I think we reached our office. Let's go to our office.
Wonderful,
now.
Yeah, looking forward.
Okay. Devina, welcome to the Maruti Suzuki Innovation Gym.
Thank you. Wow, I mean, this it doesn't look like we are in an office.
This is our innovation gym.
Yes.
And to foster innovation in the company, we created this place to work for our employees and our startup community.
Wow. So I believe this is the overall digital enterprise office we are in today. And you were saying a little bit in the car, but now, Uppal-san, we are here. Can you explain really how DE is different from your IT departments?
Traditionally, IT always have been focusing on automation and efficiencies. We thought that IT can create not only the automation, but I think effectiveness in business also is very critical.
Right.
That's where we created a digital enterprise, where the objective is not automation, objective is to how to create a business value. And that's where the digital enterprise started around 7 years back. Now we started with just 5 people in the beginning, but today it's grown to a large organization with almost 500 people working for digital enterprise.
Fantastic. Was it, Uppal-san, how did you conceptualize this? I believe this is your baby and your real sort of like mark in the organization. How did you think of this?
Normally, in any organization, you have business to run, and we are running a large business around Your focus is how to continue your business. While there always something important and something urgent.
Yeah.
So running businesses comes an urgent category and the important thing gets missed.
Right.
We thought we should create a separate organization who would only focus on innovation and the new business opportunities by creating this organization called Digital Enterprise.
Right.
Come and let me show you the Digital Enterprise.
Thank you. Yes, I would love to. Thank you.
Devina, this is our Digital Enterprise office.
Oh, wow. I mean, really, once again, it just doesn't look like an office. That's what comes to mind. So, Uppal-san, as you've explained, the aim of this entire initiative is to boost the business ultimately. So, what exactly is happening here? What are we seeing, and how does this function of business development happen through this branch?
So, today in digital, we are getting many technologies available. Now, how we can create the business value through various projects over here using different technologies, that has been our focus of this organization.
Right.
So we have a different COEs for creating different kind of technologies, like we have a COE for data, CIO for IoT, CIO for analytics, CIO for new business opportunity, and CIO for product development.
Wow.
So they are doing various digital products for the company. Like for example, now we started with a subscription business for Maruti, where instead of buying a car, you can subscribe a car.
Right.
We created a new opportunity for the company as a finance marketplace, where as a customer, you can come to our marketplace and source your funds from any of the banks available, and you can check the right bank to give you,
Yes.
and many more. So the objective is very clearly focus on the new business opportunity and use technology to create that opportunity over there is important area. Devina, this is the second part of our office. Our SAP team sits here, and my digital team sits here, part of it and all. So the hair is more whitish and brightish kind of thing around and all. We thought we should give a different environment to the people sitting here.
Yes, it's also more corporate than that, which is just completely like unique.
Jazzy.
It's like a college campus. Is what
Absolutely.
comes to mind. So, Uppal-san, thank you so much. We're slowly coming to the end of the day, and we've really got an opportunity to go in depth with you, understanding everything from your wellness routine, your time with your family, and of course your life. Very important part of your life over here. I wanted to ask you, at the end of a day like this, do you have any basis or metrics of evaluating how your day went by? Has it been a successful one or one with challenges? How do you assess
I
your
think
day?
it's very important question, and normally when we end of the day, I always look at how much was the work I did operational, how
Yes.
much was the strategic,
Yes.
and how I can analyze that, remove operational part from my job and hand it over to somebody else to do, and my focus has to be on strategy
Yes,
work
yes.
only. So that's the work we do. And today there are tools available. If you read today, say Microsoft M365, it gives end of the day summary on how your meetings were, how many people came from same department in your meetings around, and also those kind of data available, which I consume to improve myself regularly kind of thing. And that's very important to look at actually.
Also, Uppal-san, before we leave, is there anything you could share with us in terms of personal anecdotes from your life, the challenges that you faced and how you've overcome them to reach this place where you're at today?
I think important we discuss. I think one phase of my career in Maruti, I want to forget about it, is about the COVID time.
Yes.
Since head of HR at that time, and the whole pandemic, you are helpless, but still in that period, as a top management team, when we gathered together and we could really do impact to our employees, I think the phenomenal work on a positive side that we could say so many things, but unfortunate part that we couldn't do with many of them and all, because we were not prepared and it was so sudden for them and all. But I think, but hats off to my colleagues and my team over here. They really worked hard and all, and many days goes without sleeping to ensure that you really take care of the employees and just save them from there. Was a phenomenal, but I think should forget experience kind of thing.
What is your vision moving forward in the coming years?
Going forward, I guess, as a company, the whole digital has to be a pillar and central pillar in transformation. As I said earlier, going 7 years for Maruti is going to be very tough and very, very challenging. Now, how do we make sure that we become catalyst in that game of transformation for the company, and we really be relevant for the business to look at that? This will require lots and lots of innovation. This will require lots of newer way of working. Now, how do really in agile way you adopt that and you really implement that? I think is the way going forward. So for that, I feel restructuring our teams in right manner, making sure that you have right technology in place, and more than that, I think most important is that people realize and adopt that in their working. It will be very, very important. Secondly, important part for Maruti Suzuki is going to be a sustainability going forward. Our sustainability goals has to be part of our whole DNA, and I guess my technology team can play a major role in making sure that we measure what we current status are, how do we improving our posture in ESG, and go on. Will be a big work for us to do that and all. But objective very clearly is that we create a sustainable society going forward is something which need to work on.
So Uppal-san, is there any final sort of words of advice that you would give to people entering the workforce in the same sort of career path as you have taken?
Devina, I think I'll give 3 points. First and foremost is you have to be a lifelong learner. You can't be satisfied but you learn and build and all, and that's very, very important. Second important criteria for you to win in life is be ethical and responsible. You have to have a very sense of high ownership and ensure that you deliver with that kind of ownership is very, very important. And third, don't afraid to fail, because life is all about taking new challenges and keep on building on that and all. Even if you fail, it's okay. Go ahead and build something new. I think those are the messages I wanted to give.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you so much, Uppal-san. It's really been an honor to get to spend a day with you, to follow you around and see what the life and the mindset of a leader like yourself is all about. Thank you. It's really, really been a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Devina.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, on that note, that's all we have for you on this inspiring episode of A Day in a Life of a CXO. Now, in this captivating episode, we have delved into the dynamic world of corporate leadership as we shadow the remarkable Rajesh Uppal, understanding the man inside the boardroom and out. For more such one-of-a-kind interviews like this, do stay tuned. We have a lot more in store for you. Until next time, many thanks for watching.